Here they are, people. These are the 60 series by Excalibur. This is the 2015 lineup. Specifically brought out 4 brand new models which you've just launched and they just hit us. We currently already have them listed on sale, so if you want to get them, they're available. So I'll start with the first at the lowest entry, which in my opinion I think are going to be the best sellers for the year, and I'll work my way up the food chain. The first off right back here is going to be the RS360-EDP, which is their base keyless remote start system with the new protocol, the new brain, which is the programmable operating system. I'm going to get into that and some of the new enhanced features. The step-up piece, which is the RS-360-EDPB, which you'll notice there's a B added to the prefix on the ending of the 360 base model because the B stands for blade. This one here has the blade feature where you can just slide either an OL blade AL or a TB right on board, which is a feature which is not a part of the base 360 EDP. Also, the B stands for CarLink compatibility, so if you want to use your Android or your iPhone with your system, make sure you buy the Excalibur with the EDPB. That stands for Enhanced Data Port. B is for Blade. Moving along, we got this guy here, which is the AL1660, which is their one-way keyless entry alarm and remote start system. And of course, the Big Daddy, with the standard 1500-foot operating range. I'm not getting into the half and 1 mile range systems today because, like I said, these are the systems that I target are going to be the best sellers because it's always that way. The AL1860 EDPB with all the new LCD two-way remote controls, which are to die for, I must say. The one-way companion remotes, and I'm going to show you these close up because these things are just probably in the top 3 of the most sweetest looking remotes I've ever seen. They got to be up there. They're working on me. I wish I had one of those remotes myself because I'm jealous because I don't have one. So let me just start by some of the newer features of the 60 series, starting with the keyless entry remote start systems. Now, as it sits, they are deluxe keyless entry remote starts. They'll do if you add optional window modules, trunk release, fuel doors, sunroof, open, close, that kind of stuff, plus all the remote start features you would expect from any system, okay? Now, on top of that, all these systems, the non-alarm systems like this, will, if you purchase this new product, which is the first time ever, I've never said this in my 20 years in alarm systems, I've never ever said this, and I can't believe it. It's hard to change because after so many years, you start to become imprinted like a computer. I've always said that you can have an alarm and add a remote start because you can through an auxiliary channel, but you can never get a remote start and create an alarm. You'd have to rip it out, start over, and get an alarm remote start, right? Makes sense? Not more anymore. Believe it or not, that's not truth. That's a complete fallacy. I've just done a review on CompuStar's version of this, which is a sensor that it's an add-on. Omega Excalibur has a similar kind of a deal. The part is an AU-84 TDP. It's an all-in-one data shock sensor. It's not an analog sensor, just like the other brand. For the first time, you could actually alarm a basic keyless remote start system just by getting a simple plug-in, adjusting it, and being done with it. So there it is. I've said it. Unbelievable. Now, for the 360 EDP Plus, the base system now, I'm not even talking about the EDPB, the better system. It has auto rear defrost when it's less than 32 degrees. Also, low voltage and low temperature auto start. So if you live in some god-awful place like Manitoba or Washington and just like redonkulously frozen and things just break because it's just so cold, these things have features which are just a godsend for anybody who lives in those kinds of climates. These systems are made for the grueling, punishing, extreme climates that you're going to experience. So to put that in other words, all of these systems have built-in temp sensors, which is a cool feature and is usually an option like on so many other companies. And that's why I always say, people, do your investigation, read my reviews, educate yourself, and buy the right products. That's why I love this brand so much and why one is in my own personal vehicle, because of all of these things. Just like things like this. This one has a backup battery feature built right into it, so you don't have to purchase one. If you want to get a rechargeable one, sure, Omega will add, a small fee to purchase that thing. But again, it's minimal. It works. It's awesome. Their warranty is great. I mean, hey, what else can I say? Now, again, Omega did join forces with AudioVox a few years back now, so you're going to notice that the new siren on Excalibur, the Psycho Siren or the AU70CL or CLSL or the AU72, has all been replaced with this new model, which they call the AU73M, which is a tiny little wonder. This thing is painfully loud, and it's awesome. Antenna is unchanged, brain is unchanged. Blade compatibility still located in the same way. Imprinted wire schematic on the back, which is great. Dual data bus ports, so if you want to plug in expansion modules for your CAN bus integration, you have whatever you have. CarLink right there. If you wanted to, your blade connector right there. I mean, you got it all. I mean, this here is a connector so that you can actually load firmware and get into the operating system of this unit itself, which no other manufacturer on this planet is offering. So, I mean, it's just so much stuff to like. Now, on top of that and all these other little features I was talking about, they had the new slim remote controls, the Echo, which I'm going to show you up close in just a moment. The one-way remote control, which again I'm going to show you. These are all multi-vehicle compatible, so that way you can have one remote control such as this doing your car. Say you go to work and this is your main car, lock, unlock, and all that stuff. You can actually hold down one button and control car 2 with one remote control, so you don't have to walk around with a whole mess of keys and have all this crazy fumbling around stuff. And you can also still add your CarLink and use your cell phone as your remote on top of this, and you can learn up to 4 transmitters for any system you see, and that's for anything that Excalibur does. On top of that, Excalibur is the only company which has an ATV feature, which stands for automatic transmitter verification. They don't make a big deal about it like they used to back in the day. However, it is their own patented thing. They're the only one that has it, and I can tell you for a fact, folks, it means something. So if you came to an alarm shop, say you came to me and I installed an alarm, and I give you 2 remotes, I say, here you go, Mr. Customer, thanks for your business, take your money, you get out my door, and then I notice, then you don't know for a fact how many remotes are actually programmed to your system with any other alarm, okay? So say you got your super overpriced Viper alarm and you walk out the door, you think you're top of the line security. That Viper dealer could be back in your driveway that very same night, because he has your address on the receipt, unlock your car and take all your stuff and leave you just not feeling too happy in the morning. Okay, Excalibur will actually alert the customer, let you know what's going on. If you have a 2-way remote, it'll actually tell you in your house, and you'll be wondering what the heck it is. It'll either prompt you to call your dealer or read your manual. Either way, you have that protection, and again, free built-in feature. Only Excalibur offers that stuff. So moving along, all the stuff, the 60 series brains, they're all internet updatable. So if you have an ADS USB, which you use to load your own software, or if you have a dealer, they can do it for you. You have the low temp and the low voltage auto start, which I talked about. Runtime extender. It has a runtime expiration warning. You have start timers, so you can actually set it up to alert you or start at a certain time. They're all stick shift compatible remote starts. They have turbo timers built into it. Again, another feature you don't have to pay for. Say for this guy here, 4 auxiliary outputs, 2 data outputs, so it'll support 2 accessories. Data ports that'll work directly with iDatalink and DBI protocols independently. Dual zone shock sensor built into it, which is in this little box here. It's the AU84TN. I'm not going to waste time on that because that thing has been around forever. Coded override. 90 possible combinations that you can create on your own. Starter kill is built into it. You have that. You don't have to purchase that as well. And again, a really super cool feature. I take it for granted, but I love it. It's probably one of the coolest selling features on these alarm systems. So if you actually have your alarm armed and the windows are open, and say if you have like a motion sensor and you walk near the car, it'll go beep, beep, beep. It'll actually lock the doors, and on my car, I have the window module installed, so it rolls my windows up independently. So it alerts me on my 2-way, locks my doors because I forgot to, and rolls up the window. I mean, it's totally protecting me, and that makes me feel really warm and fuzzy. And again, try finding that anywhere else on the market. It might be hard to find, but that's what I'm telling you. That's why I review this stuff. So before I shut down this review, let me just show you really quick what's going on, what you can expect from the remote controls. This one here is called a companion remote. All 2-way systems do not come with 2 of these. I know a lot of people think that, you know, you buy a 2-way alarm, you get 2 2-way remote controls. You know what? You're not. This here is your side buttons. You have your remote start, trunk release, program button, and you can make combinations in different sequences to create channels 2, 3, 4, and 5 independently, however you want to do it. Your dedicated lock and unlock is right there on the front. Now on your home screen, when you first turn it on, it's going to have a blue backlight like that, so it's very easy to see. I mean, this thing's gorgeous. Big icons, clock, battery reminder. It tells you the status of your alarm system, if the audio is on, if it's on mute, the status of the system, the works. Beautiful. Look at the side, all that chrome. I mean, nice hardened plastic. It's gorgeous. I mean, it actually looks like leather, but it's not. It's actually a hardened plastic product. So this here is the new 60 series 2-way remote control. I love this thing. I'm actually going to program one of these bad boys to my crime guard. And again, here's your 1-way companion remote. People, come on. You ain't finding a remote that's looking better than this thing. Lock, unlock, start, trunk release. Again, customizable icons. Super slim, gorgeous. I mean, who wouldn't want this? I love it. I mean, as usual, if I had to give these systems, you know, a 1 to 10 score, as always, 10. Omega knocks them out of the park year after year, day after day. It's just, it's a no-brainer for me, man. I love them. So there you have it. There's the Excalibur 1860 series, or the 60 series, I should say, going forward for 2015 and later.